Now you go to Ephesians, and that's where he's got to now write a correspondence letter saying there's one Lord, one faith, one baptism, because you can't have the two baptisms.
Right.
So he had to correct the baptism, which is why in the 5th chapter, he says it's the washing of water by the word, because water was symbolic. This is why Peter said only 8 souls were saved by water.
Right.
So why did Jesus get baptized then?
Because he was doing all things right. John prepared the way for him. So imagine, like, if you're the president, I'm the vice president.
Okay.
I'm holding it down to you until you get there. So my method of doing things, I'm telling Voice of Reason, Kadazar, I'm telling everybody, hey, I'm doing it this way, but when he comes, he's doing it his way. And then when you get here, you're like, no, I'm gonna follow your procedure as I transition to mine. And so you come in and you do it my way, but it's expected I go away and now I follow up under you because you're the president. So when John is doing his baptism, he even says, there cometh one after me who's mightier than me, whose shoes I can't even latch.
Yeah.
I must decrease, he must increase.
Yeah.
He sees Christ. He don't want to do it. And then Christ says what? Suffer to do it, because Christ wanted to do everything right. So he goes, he does it. That's the changing of the guard. John's mission was supposed to stop. John really should have followed Christ and became one of his disciples, but he didn't. He still kept his mission, which created the confusion amongst the people. That's why the people start saying, do we follow you or do we follow after John? And even John questioned Christ. John got weak in the faith. John sent disciples to Christ, which he shouldn't have had disciples, but he sent disciples and said, is it you or do we look for another? And then Christ said, blessed is he who is not offended in me, because John then became offended at Christ. And then Christ brought John low. He said, he that is least in the kingdom is greater than John, because John questioned him. So I'm not following a man that didn't keep the mantle, didn't follow the rules that he even said.